Hello, I am Mike of Enough Dice. This is Minecraft. I am mining sand. I'm going to chuck those away there. I am mining sand because I have a plan. Now, this is not the server that I have been on up until now. That's a server that's being run by a friend of mine. And that's kind of why I've been clearing out that temple. So that's going to be something fun for the people on that server to find and play with and look around and stuff like that. This is in fact my game that's on my computer and is only available to me. It has some interesting features because it's actually a seed I got off Reddit of all places, it has some interesting artifacts which will not be part of this here video. But what I've done is I've cleared out an ocean temple, and it's not that ocean temple that you can see in the distance there. There's just loads of ocean temples on this map. I literally have just gone. What's going on? Sorry. Things wrong on keys. I've literally just gone east, and then until I found an island that's entirely made of sand. My logic being that if I clear off an island that's completely made of sand, if you mine a desert for sand, this island actually may have been a bit too big for my purposes. But if you mine a desert for sand, you end up with this really horrendous looking thing. It just looks awful. Because you end up, you don't mine the sandstone. If you want to get the maximum amount of sand, and I do, I want as much of my inventory full of sand as possible. Then you're not going to mine the sandstone, and it's all, and then you'll eventually start digging down to rock and dirt and stuff, and you just end up with this really ugly thing, which in fact I'm going to end up with here, because this sand bar is a bit higher than I thought that I normally go for. So there's going to be a lot of sandstone left over. What I was really aiming for, what I really should have been going for, is a place more like this, where this is as much sand as you get, because that way, when you've mined all the sand, all the ugly stuff that just looks awful, that's underwater where you can't see it. There may be some ugly water flows because I'm actually not taking care of that at all, which can be fixed temporarily by doing stuff like this. But other than that, you end up you steal all the sand, and it's fine because the horrible ugly mess that you leave behind is underwater, apart from there's a bit of dirt there. So what I'll do is grab that dirt and get rid of it. Just plonk it down somewhere where I don't have to see it. There you go. Because I want as much sand in my inventory as possible. So long as I, temporarily find those areas that have, that are one level below, like that, the water flows will all sort themselves out. And you'll end up just with this complete, once you mine it out, it's nice and hidden. And so you don't end up with mucky bits of landscape. Oh, this bit also has more grass on it than I anticipated. Oh, well, never mind. There will be a very small island. That's fine. So why do I want all this? Why do I want so much sand? Well, the answer is I actually want to make glass. I want to make lots of glass. Lots and lots and lots of glass. So much glass. Get more sand. What can I do to fix this? Can I just go? Didn't bring many buckets. Buckets would have been good. the sand. So basically I'm going to grab loads of sand, I'm going to chuck them all into my ovens that I have back home. And then I'm going to make that into glass, and then I'm going to do a thing with the glass. So I think watching me just mine sand for a long period of time is going to be a tad dull. So I'm going to go do that, and then probably we'll meet back up when I've got lots of glass to look at. So I'll see you in a bit. We are back. Although technically we're now somewhere completely different, so that's fine. This is the entrance to an ocean temple, not the ocean temple I've been working on, as you can see, because the entrance is completely different. I'm also rather hungry, and as you can see, I've got a lot of glass. And I've got some potions, which I will just grab. Now, you may be wondering a couple of things. You may be wondering why my inventory is not entirely full of glass. Why I only have 2 sets of potions, because potions come in sets of 3, and I've got 3 empty glasses there. And the answer is because I'm an idiot. I did a whole, well, you'll see what I'm being up to, but I did a whole course of this. And then, only then realised that I had in fact not put my microphone on. So there you go. So I'm invisible. I also have potion of night vision, which I don't normally need, but it's going to make things clearer for the video. With the potion of water breathing, you can see reasonably well, but I've just put on a potion of night vision to see even better. As you can see, I'm building an inverted pyramid out of glass. I have this initial corner here, and originally I was going to build it just from that corner and then move it out. But I realized I wouldn't know when to turn a corner until I actually finished the first course. So I've gone back to doing it. Now I'm doing it layer by layer by layer. And the idea is to make an inverted pyramid of glass for this entire ocean temple. And then dry it out. I haven't quite worked out how I'm going to do that last bit, but that is very much the plan. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing. I suspect I'm going to be dividing it up a lot, probably with signs, making sections that I can delete basically, and then going and just following along and making more sections and then getting rid of the water inside them and da 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 da. But before that, obviously, I need to finish this off. So I'm making this inverted pyramid that's going to go from, well, a level that I've decided is the base of the temple. And that's kind of arbitrary because you can actually see that, you can't really see very well. But it kind of goes beneath the ground in some places, and you know. So the idea of what is the base level of the pyramid is somewhat arbitrary. So I picked a point, and now I made my first kind of course of glass blocks, and now I'm just going around, and hopefully I will eventually get all the way up to the surface. But it is taking a gargantuan amount of glass, and thus a gargantuan amount of sand. I've already killed 2 reasonably sized sandbars to do this. And that's not including the island that you saw me ripping to shreds just a little bit ago, which I've not in fact completely murdered, but I probably need to do more of. Well, I will need to do more of, because I'm going to need yet more of this glass. So it's all an ongoing thing. I'm just going to be making lots of glass, using up lots of coal. Having said that, I do have lots of coal, so that's all right. And quite frankly, if I need to, I can just make charcoal, because charcoal is fundamentally reusable, which is nice. So yeah, hopefully this is going to be a nice and interesting look once it's all finished, and I hope it's kind of going to be worth it. And what I'm going to have to consult with the folk who own the server that I did my temple clearing out that you've been watching up until now, because I think this might be a rather fun thing for the folks on that server to have to play with, to have a big open temple that is just open to the atmosphere, and you can go in and have a look and wander around it and stuff like that. I think that might be a fun thing to do, but given that I'll be ripping up so much glass, I think it might be, you know, it seems only polite to ask, you know, is it okay if this is because this is my own personal server or my own personal single player game, so I can do what I like with it. I mean, if I want to wreck it and just rip it to shreds and denude deserts and make those deserts look awful, then I can do that, because I don't actually have to spend any time going to any deserts that I don't want to. Whereas if I go and do this on someone else's server, then they're going to have to live with the consequences. So. How am I doing for time? So yeah, I've already done a level of this today, but like I said, I forgot to turn my microphone on, so that was a bit of a waste, really. Yeah, so it's mainly what this is all the bottleneck really is the amount of glass I need. I also, on each session, it's all about the potions, because water breathing and invisibility, and I mean, I'm not terribly worried about getting killed by the Elder Guardians, but trying to place blocks while Elder Guardians are shooting at you, especially in a nice big open area, like there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and they're just going to be zapping me and zapping me and zapping me, so it's going to be a real pain in the everything to try and place blocks, and you know, I'd have to rip them up again. I mean, I do have an axe that's got Silk Touch in it, which is cool. I mean, axes aren't what you really are meant to use on glass, I think. I don't think they're the major. Although I don't know if glass have this particular thing. You know, like you're supposed to use axes on wood, and you're supposed to use pickaxes on stone. I'm not entirely sure if there is a preferred thing for glass, or if you can just hit it with anything. But because the axe is Silk Touch, I don't break the glass. I actually get that glass block. Oh well, I can demonstrate this. Didn't mean to, but there you go. So I can get the glass block back. And sliding along this a couple of steps downward is really rather cool. It's really rather helpful, because I don't have to worry about which way I'm going or anything. I just need to hold down a couple of keys and click the right mouse button every so often. I can't just hold it down, because you end up it goes bump bump, and then you got one in front of you which is not where I want it, and so then I have to stop and cut it off, and it just ruins the flow. So I can just keep going around doing this, but I've got to stop every so often because my potions will run out. Water breathing being a bit of a pain when that runs out, but I do have a respiration helmet, so it's not that bad. And the invisibility running out is actually the pain, because then the Guardians get really aggravating. Not even deadly, because I can put my armor back on, and I've got pretty good armor. But it's like, zap, point, zap, you know, hit. Oh, there we go. So that that's telling me that the night vision is running out. Now the question is, am I going to get to? No, I'm not. So I'm going to put my my clothes back on. And here you go. So I'm just running to the entrance of this temple, which is this particular one's right at the top. And yeah, you can see how often I'm getting hit. Imagine trying to place bricks in a nice, you know, sensible manner. Ouch. So this is a completely different layout of temple. I can go straight down to the bottom here, and I can grab more potions. Ouch. And get ready for the next layer. But I don't think you're going to be terribly interested in watching that, because that's going to be the same thing you've just seen me do. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Do hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. Come visit Nearly Enough Dice at nearlyenoughdice.com if you wish to find out more. We're also on Facebook and Twitter, and you can find links to that below the video description on YouTube. And until next time, dig for victory.